Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Cardiff Bay on a beautiful sunny day. We're going to have a bit of a wander around the seaside. I've never been here before, so we'll be discovering this place together. So I took the train out here this morning from London, and we were a little bit delayed, but I'm pleased to see that the weather is looking brighter. It was looking like it was going to be a cloudy Cardiff, but it's going to be, I think we're going to have some sunshine. Some locals at the train station were telling me that they were expecting storms. It does feel a little bit humid, a little bit muggy, and there's a few clouds in the sky, but nothing that looks terribly dangerous. So along here, there's lots of food and drink outlets. It all looks fairly newly developed. So we're gonna So we're gonna have a wander around here. I don't really need to do any shopping. As always, I'm always tempted by food and drink outlets. But we're just going to have a bit of a wander around, and I'm going to give you a view of the seaside. Walking along. Yeah. I almost came to Cardiff about 10 years ago. Never quite made it. Due to so the story is that I was planning to go to Cardiff with a good friend of mine, and we sort of had to. She was coming from up north, and I was coming from down in Cornwall, and so we sort of decided that we'd meet in between, and we ended up at Bristol, which is, you know, just over the other side of the river. And we went out we decided we'd stay in Bristol because we got delayed in traffic, and we went out for quite a few drinks. And then the next day, when we'd planned to go to Cardiff for a follow-up session, she was in such a state, well, we both were, that I think she was apprehensive about driving across the bridge. She didn't like driving the bridge. She was too rattled from the previous night's drinking that she didn't actually want to drive across a huge bridge, and so we never quite made it to Cardiff. We both sort of got in our cars and went our separate ways back home. One night was enough of partying. We just couldn't make ourselves go out and do it for another night. So it looks like, so there's a bit of a canal in here, so presumably at some stage they used to, this was sort of used in production. Actually, let's go and have a look at this sculpture. We shouldn't miss an opportunity to look at sculptures and memorials of some type. Rugby code breakers. So let's see what they. So the Welsh are mad about their rugby, love their rugby, and they're that down a bit. Very industrial sounding machine. Oh no, it's just a motorboat. I thought it was some kind of a alarm sounding, but it's an outboard motor. I think I've made my feelings clear on boats myself. I'm not a big fan of them. I do feel a little bit sort of claustrophobic. I'm happy to be on land or in the water. I don't mind getting wet and going for a swim. For some reason, sitting on a boat, I don't really like the idea of it. So. there's one thing for sure. Ooh, I've just got a very strong whiff of wee. From that pond was very yellow coloured. Oh yeah, it's a bit of an unpleasant smell around here. Maybe I won't come back to this pub. There's plenty to choose from. Techniquest. I would assume that Techniquest is one of these interactive science museums that they have, which are great, especially for kids. They've got one, I know she's an adult now, but when my niece was younger, there's something called Questicon in Canberra where my mother lives, and it used to be a compulsory place to go and visit Questicon any time that Taylor came and visited her grandmother. We actually went there recently, well, a couple of years ago, with all of the extended family of various ages. None of them the real target age. Everyone, they were all sort of, high school age, and possibly, those places are better for younger kids. We'll keep walking around here. I'm not quite sure what we're going to find. We'll just So this is one of the added novelties of coming to Wales, is you start seeing signs in English and in Welsh. Welsh first, of course, Welsh at the top, and then although no, in this one it's English first and then Welsh. But at the train station, all of the signage at the train station was in Welsh first and second in English. I wonder what the protocol is, how they decide, because I do think that Wales, I think at some stage they were saying that it was in danger of going extinct. There weren't very many speakers left, and so they had a big push and sort of reintroduced it into the school, and I think all of the kids have to have to study it at school for a number of years in Wales, but I suspect it's much the same as other modern foreign languages. Really, they're so inundated with everything in English, it'd be very difficult to sort of keep the spirit alive. So it's one of those Celtic languages. It sort of belongs in the same language family as Scots Gaelic, Irish, and I think there's other sort of smaller languages like Manx and Cornish, which all sort of, I think that, I'm not quite sure whether they're sort of intelligible to each other, but they do have their linguistic roots tied together at some stage. So welcome to our 23 viewers on TikTok. Welcome to Cardiff on a lovely sunny Saturday round about midday. We started off with bars and pubs and restaurants and all of that all around us, and we've ventured out, and it's a little bit quieter around here. I haven't been to Cardiff, let alone this part of Cardiff before. Am I going to be able to get around this building? I think so. So I'll have a bit of a look when we come around to the right of this building. I'll have a little bit of a look about what's coming up. and see if it looks like it could be interesting to people, or whether we should head back to where all the action is. So it looks like quite a large bay. Let's go out here. Try and get a look. So that's where we've come from. That's quite an interesting building there. I'm sure it's some kind of an exhibition centre or a and then I think we can keep on walking around. I'm not quite sure. It looks very industrial over that side. We could even start walking back into Cardiff proper if it's looking too sort of dreary here. But the weather's lovely. It is strangely quiet here. I expected more people to be about, especially on a nice day like this, and it's the weekend, so you expect people to be about. Caution, walkway closed. I'm going to take my chances. I'm not sure that that's true. Why would it be caution, walkway closed? Seems like the wrong word to me. So, over in the distance there, looks like a Danish flag. There's a Danish restaurant or a Danish themed bar. I haven't been to Denmark for a while. Denmark's an interesting place. I went there in 2001. Gosh, that's 23 years ago. Went to Copenhagen just for a little getaway. I had quite a stressful job at that stage, and it was sort of a seven day a week job. So for as long as I could hack it, and then when I needed to tap out and someone else to step in for a bit, it was a sort of a personal care gig for a disabled man. So it was a fairly taxing job but I enjoyed it because I sort of made a lot of great friends in the process. But I would work 7 days, evenings, so from about 5 or 6 in the afternoon through to the next morning. And so under normal circumstances, that job would have been a doddle, because if you work in the evenings, make a meal for your client, tuck them into bed, you go off to bed, get them up the next morning, get them ready for their day, and then someone else will take over and take them during the day. But that wasn't the way that it worked out, because the setting for this job was in a university, and the disabled man that I was working for wanted to party with everyone else, and so the day carer would sort of look after him during the day, take him off to his lectures and his university, would sort of sit in an air-conditioned room all day long with him and sort of help him facilitate his education. And then he'd sort of tap me on the shoulder and go, right, it's your turn. And that's when we'd go out all night drinking, It was great. I mean, I don't want to make it sound like I didn't enjoy it. It was absolutely hilarious position. Let's go and have a look at this big. Okay.
Film for, boss?
Hi.
What did you film for?
Sorry?
What do you film for?
Just live streaming the walk.
Oh,
yeah.
How many followers you got?
Not many, a couple of hundred.
Yeah?
Yeah. Bigger on TikTok. Thousands on TikTok.
What's your name?
Sorry? Yeah, look up Hikarious. Hikarious, yeah. All right, we might have another follower. So, let's have a look at this. Oh, now, do you think that's a sculpture, or do you think that's the real? No, it's a sculpture. Some of those ropes that they have on those anchors are quite 54 views on TikTok, 2 on Twitch, 5 on Facebook. Welcome from wherever you're tuning in. We're in Cardiff Bay, and all of a sudden it got a little bit green too. So we are a hiking channel after all. So you need to see a little bit of greenery in each of our episodes. I promise you that this wasn't deliberate. So we're going to have a bit of a walk through here. I think if people want to let me know, where do you want to go? Should we keep walking along here? Should we go back to those bars and the glitzy shopping sort of area? Or should I try and find my way to walk into central Cardiff? Now, the walk into central Cardiff, I think takes an hour to do, and it might be a lot of roads as well, so I'm not quite sure whether that's a good idea or not. As usual, these are very unplanned type things. I pick a location and we just wander about, see what adventures we can get into. It's quite nice actually, isn't it? Looks very calm. All of these ducks and swans are quite chilled. So, yeah, the Welsh are friendly, and I do like their accent as well. I could listen to someone speaking a South Wales accent all day long. Nadia, hello. So that comment was from you. I thought I should have known that you would be tuning in. Thank you, Nadia, loyal fan. I hope the weather's as nice where you are as it is here. It's a little bit cloudy, but it's nice and warm, a little bit humid, but it's a nice breeze. Nadia, have you been to Cardiff? And if you have been to Cardiff, I'm at Cardiff Bay at the moment. Tell me where, if there's anything interesting nearby. You can be my tour planner if you've got time. If you're not doing anything else, I know you're quite handy with the online research / stalking. So my location should be up on the map if you felt like doing it. If not, I'm just going to keep wandering about. I don't need these earphones. I'm going to take them out. Not a big fan of these earphones that I've bought. They've got a really rubbish mic. Sounds all right. The sound that comes out of them is nice, but if I'm using them to speak to someone, the microphone is really, really bad. So. Oh, there's some riled up birds. A lot less calm and serene than the birds sort of back there. Maybe these are teenagers. Oh yeah, they're probably fighting over food that they're being provided with. Oh, okay, we can't go any further out here. Okay, so here we go. I'll give you a little bit of a panorama. So all the yachts out here, feuding geese. Oh yeah, and you can see all of the different birds that around here. So I've taken you on a cul-de-sac, so we'll just head back out there. We'll keep following the coast around. So let's try and rein that in. Okay.
Yeah, I do find that is one thing I always find.
Come on, pigeons. Move out of the way. Got places to be.
Jumped a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, so the docks are nearby. So we've got some yachts nearby. We're on the wetlands, and we're sort of heading away. There was loads of yummy places to eat and drink where we started off. It looked like a sort of a new shopping, eating, sort of dining out area by the docks, and they had boats, self-drive boats. I don't think I'm going to drive a boat while I'm trying to speak to people. So yeah, we'll just keep walking. Oh, okay, so this is like a private marina. I don't think we can go through there. I think probably I need to head back in the direction that I came. Wonder if there's any sense in me trying to find a different way back there so that we're not completely backtracking. So let's have a look at this map. We're just going to walk back the way that we came, I'm afraid, ladies and gents, because otherwise I'll just be walking along a busy road, and that won't be very nice. But we'll walk along the side of these. We won't go exactly the same way. Got these apartments here. I'm sure there'd be worse places to to live, wouldn't there? Maybe I should find somewhere to grab a coffee or a cool drink as well, maybe. So, so I was having a little bit of a talk with my live stream producer earlier on, and I don't think I've actually planned where I'm going next week. I don't think I've actually made any plans, so I'll have to find somewhere interesting. There's lots of nice little cities in England that I could go to. I've tried my best to give you all of the capitals. So Edinburgh last weekend, Cardiff this weekend. We've been to London. We've done London to death. Maybe I need to get to Belfast. Maybe I need to go to Belfast. That might be the next logical place to go. That will require a flight though. I can't just go there by train. I have to think about that. I've never been to Belfast either. I'd love to. I've always wanted to go there. And it starts with B. I'm especially fond of places that start with B. '72 views on TikTok. Welcome to those people viewing on TikTok, wherever you are. We're in Cardiff, near Cardiff Bay. We walked out past some of the restaurants and bars and shops, and across some wetlands, and now we're weaving our way back to where we started. And I could even
have a look. You can walk. Look.
I could even try to find my way back into Cardiff Central, because that could be interesting as well. But my fear is that we just end up walking along a road for ages, unless I got on a train. That's an idea. I could get on a train. I think it was saying that it takes an hour to. I can't believe that it would take an hour. It takes 4 minutes on the train to go from Cardiff Queen Street to Cardiff Bay, and they were saying it takes 59 minutes to walk it. That doesn't make sense to me. It can't. That can't possibly be right. These are nice places. You know what strikes me about all of these homes here? They all look very, very well looked after. I think in some places in London and other places around the UK, you have people sort of taking good care of their old buildings, but there's a lot of places where they sort of look dilapidated, and I'm sure they're expensive to maintain as well, but they're obviously managing to do it here, and it's nice to see old buildings sort of looking their best. So I've got, excuse me. Ooh, got a little bit of a cold. I came down with that in the last couple of days. The guy that I share an office with in my day job, he was sort of coughing at the start of the week, and then I started coughing. So I don't feel And I don't think it's going to get any worse. I think I'm already through the worst of it. Always the optimist. So we're at this Questacon place again now. Not Questacon, TechnoQuest. So I'll find my way back and we'll go back and walk where we were, because it was nice walking along the boardwalk by the water. This is all a bit uninteresting. So yeah, let's head back to the water side. I'm gonna. Oh yeah, we've been here exactly. So there's some of these old cranes still in place, but I think they sometimes just leave them there to add a bit of character to the place. I can't imagine that those things get a lot of use. That's very much out of commission. Wow, that's a minimalist map, isn't it? There's not a lot on there. Some maps that you read are sort of too detailed and too busy and there's too much going on. That map is almost sort of, unless you're actually looking for the coffee shop or the entrance for this building, it doesn't serve much purpose at all. So, now those people sitting up on the top of the Mount Stewart Weatherspoons, they look like they've got a good posse. But that is also the place that when I walked past it 20 minutes ago, it smelt of wee. So maybe they're out of it at the top. Maybe it's sort of. It's really warm. Let me give you a weather update. Yeah, 19 degrees, and it feels it too. This lovely old building that they've turned into, or restored as a pub. Let me just point that camera up a tiny bit. So Roald Place. Okay. So Roald Dahl was Welsh. Should have known that. It's Roald Dahl. Sounds like a very Welsh name, doesn't it? Most a children's book author, wasn't he, really? What did he write? The Twits? What else did he write? A few. Please use slide. Yeah, so I could come back to the Weatherspoons later on. So this is more sort of interesting for everyone, I'm sure. Unfortunately, it's serving the purpose of making me hungry and thirsty. But we've got a sort of a miniature version of the Cardiff Eye, is it?
Normally I.
Put that down a bit. I like a lot of these places that they've sort of got balconies up on the first floor that where you can sit. That's really nice. So thank you to our 2 viewers on Twitch. We're doing a bit of a city walk, Cardiff today. Lovely, lovely weather. So this is pretty much where we started the live stream.
I'm sorry, it's going to be burst. No, please don't.
But we'll walk back. This looks like some kind of a town hall, so we'll go and have a bit of a look at that. We'll take a closer look at this card at the eye, see if it's got a special name. So there's a whole lot of, so there are boat trips down there, and I think some of them were saying that you can sort of take a boat yourself and sort of drive it yourself. Oh, let's go and have a look at this, take a closer look at this exhibition centre, or what I think is probably an exhibition centre. It's got that look about it. Oh, nice little sort of Hawaiian style bar. Cardiff Bay Giant Wheel. What do we got here? What's the Welsh Parliament? Well, okay. Those people who were with us last weekend, when we walked down from Edinburgh Castle down the Royal Mile, at the end of the Royal Mile was the Scottish seat of Parliament, and this is where the Welsh Parliament sits. I think what happens with TikTok is if you live stream for a while, what happens is you sort of have to confirm that you want to keep going. When I was live streaming from my phone on TikTok, it used to give me this puzzle that I had to sort of show that I was still paying attention, otherwise it had cut off the live stream. So it will restore after 24 hours. Right, okay, well, you know, for those people still with us on the other platforms, on Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, we're in Cardiff at the Welsh Parliament. Piece of change. Sort of just a general anti-war pacifism effort.
This is the project anyway that it's trying to do.
So we'll need to find out what happened on TikTok so that we can avoid that happening again. That's not good at all. So here we go. We're back in the bay. Any hat $4.99. I wonder if oh, that's cold water.
Alex, Would you wait, please?
Okay. So we've got the remnants of a dock down there. There's a lot of boats out on the water, a couple of ferries sort of darting here and there. I think that's probably Cardiff, in that direction.
£1 the ice cold black and more.
So I thought that the old building there was the Parliament, but maybe it's this sort of new glassy building here. I'm not quite sure which one is the one that they actually sit in. One might be for the civil service, for the workers doing all of the administrative stuff, and then one might be the building that they actually sit in. Usually the politicians like to give themselves the new glassy buildings to assemble in, so I suspect this is where, if you're a member of the Welsh Parliament, that's where you come to put your case forward for your constituents. It's quite warm. We'll go and have a look at this larger, rather big exhibition centre. It sort of looks like the sort of patina on the metal. Sort of reminds me of fish gills. I think maybe that's the maybe that's the point. Maybe that's the look they're going for is the fish gills. Or maybe I'm reading too much into it. These very sort of expansive, wide streets, which is, I think that's great city planning. Lots of room for people to move. The unfortunate sort of side effect of it is that when there's not many people about, like on a day-to-day, it does look a bit sort of post-apocalyptic, with you thinking, where is everyone? Hello to our 6 viewers. We lost a whole lot of viewers because most of our viewers are on TikTok, and all of a sudden TikTok exploded on us. Well, imploded. Gone offline. Not quite sure. Maybe they think that we're being greedy and we're hogging the airwaves. We've been doing lots of streaming from to TikTok. Maybe they've just had enough of us. Let's have a look at this. So, I'll need to get back a bit further to see if I can read what that says, but it may. Sorry?
You Google? What is it?
Yeah, it's sort of live streaming walks.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
For YouTube or something?
Yeah, YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, Instagram,
How many
Facebook.
followers you have?
A few thousand.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, have a good time.
Yeah, cheers. So, right, so there you go. Another interested guy. Right, so. Oh. Stones, horizons.
I think September's incredible, though. Beautiful. Well, he's got that slide.
I'm picking out stones and horizons, but or Wensing? That's not English. So I thought that would be Welsh over that side and English over the other side, but I can't make out what that bottom word is. A-W-E-N. Oh. Sing. Ah, okay. Stones, horizons, sing. I don't know. I don't know what to make of that. So let's ask this guy what all this is about. Sorry. Excuse me. Is there something happening here tomorrow? Is there a marathon or something? Or
That's
what is,
right,
is
yeah.
it? Oh, okay.
10K.
10K. Right, that makes sense.
Film. It's going to be packed up, like lots of people.
I'm not going to be here tomorrow. No, I've just come out today from London, so yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
No way.
Oh, yeah, should have come tomorrow, shouldn't I? In hindsight, yeah. All right, thanks, guys. So, yeah, so we could have come for the 10K. Some stage I've got to get myself entered into a 10K so that I can lose a bit of this. So that's it. That explains all of these portaloos. Probably be quite a nice, down by the water, and it's reasonably flat as well. So the 10K, I've only done a couple of them. So one was in Blackpool, and that was by the water, and that was nice. Except he kept on sort of going back on itself. It was sort of loops rather than an actual proper 10K sort of circuit. They had us going back and forward a bit, which, I guess they're going to do the best with the landscape that they have. Look at this old Merchant Place Heritage Restored Apartments. So they're going to. That's a lovely old building. Once they restore that, I can imagine those people who can afford to live there will, excuse me, will really enjoy the place. Sorry for that coughing coming through on the. All right, well, I'm going to go and see if I can grab a coffee. All right, hang on a sec. Quantum coffee roasters. So, there's lots of coffee shops to choose from here. Yeah. Do we want a Portuguese coffee shop or this? I think I quite like the idea of this quantum. Let's go and see if we can get a flat white to take away. Hello, how are you? Yeah, good. So what's it going to be?
Later on in the day. So Chris loves that one. I got into it and I love things.
Let's just get a flat white. Yeah, normal milk. Thanks.
Are you sitting in or taking away?
To take away, please. Yeah.
Anything else?
If you've got sparkling water, drinks, yeah. Okay. Yeah, just one of those. That one, thanks. Okay.
I'm going to give you some space. I just wanted to check on you.
Well, that's good. That's not too fizzy. It's only lightly carbonated, which is good. Thank you very much. Just live streaming my walk. Say hello to the internet. Ooh. Okay. Sorry. Okay, back out now. It's quite good. When we first started out, there was quite a lot of lag between me and the live stream going out, but it looks like it's caught up a bit, which is great. It's quite tight now. Let's see what this coffee's like. The coffee that I had in Edinburgh the other day was amazing. It's not bad. I don't think it's as good as the one I had in Edinburgh, but it's definitely better than the ones you get from the coffee chain stores. Apologies if that sounds horribly snobby, but it's not quite strong enough for my liking. A little bit too milky. It looks about the right size. I don't know whether it's a double or a triple shot. Alright, let me see if I can I need to. Cairns noodle bar. I don't think I want noodles. Alright, let me see. I did get a message. Ah, I know what it is. Yes, okay, so it all makes sense now. So when we passed one of these bars, I think there was, I don't know who the artist is. I know what the song is, because it's still echoing in my ears. So, oh look, we're passing some other music here. Maybe I just need to keep talking rapidly so that it drowns out the other music, because I don't want to be violated on the other. Yeah, see, that's a shame, isn't it? They just kind of, yeah, they can't. We can't walk past anywhere that is playing any music. Oh, that's a real bummer. KOA. It's got a lot to answer for. Let's see if there's a story about these two. What's going on here? A man, a woman, and a dog. Let's have a look and see what. Let's go through this way. So what are we going to do about that? If I don't know how we can avoid that. Magic wrap. Mermaid Key might be something interesting, but oh no, okay, so it's just this building here. She'll be in the 10k tomorrow. She looks like a light. Maybe she's just out there stretching her legs, preparing for the 10k tomorrow. I'm not quite sure where to go now. Starting to get a bit hungry. Right, yeah, I mean, it's a difficult one. I'm having a conversation with my live stream producer. We're talking about the issue of having copyrighted music coming through on speakers that we pass, and us being thrown off 24 hours. That was a violation. Live streamers will just might have sound coming through, but that just seems a bit dull to me. Surely where I'm walking, and of course be treated to my titillating commentary. We can walk out this way. I think we're probably gonna. Cardiff Town Hall, I think. It's got that very town hallish look about it to me. And then this lovely redeveloped area where you can get lots to eat and drink. It's going to look a little bit different here tomorrow, I think, with the 10k run. Maybe I should have come down tomorrow. Yeah, so some of the stewards there were saying that there'll be a lot more people about and a lot more to see tomorrow. I could kick myself. We should have come here tomorrow, shouldn't we? So let's walk out here. We'll have one final view of the bay, and then I think I'll end the live stream. Thanks to all those people who've been tuning in on the various platforms. Apologies to those people on TikTok who are no longer watching because of TikTok's overzealous approach to copyright enforcement. So we'll have one final look at the bay, and then we'll end the live stream. There's that town hall again, or it does actually say Welsh Parliament. And this is it. This is the Cardiff Bay. So I think we're going to leave it there. Thank you to all of those people who tuned in for our virtual walk around Cardiff. Not sure where we're going to be next week. I wonder if Belfast is doable in a day. I wonder if I can fly to Belfast and then fly back in one day. Have to look at the logistics of that and see if it's possible. But Belfast seems like the logical next destination for one of these weekend walks, because we've done Edinburgh, which is the capital of Scotland. This is the capital of Wales. We've done London. The only one yet to be done is Belfast in Northern Ireland. So maybe that's where we'll come next week. So no guarantees, but come back at the same time next weekend and see if we're in Belfast. That would be good. That would be good. Okay. I'm going to end the live stream here, and so thank you to everyone for tuning in, and we'll hope that you come back and come on one of our Hikarious walks again in the future. Okay, all right. Ending the live stream now. Thanks. Bye-bye.
In the morning light, under sky so gray, I lace up my boots, my mind in disarray. Leave the city's hustle, its frantic pace behind, to find some peace in nature.